Alrighty guys, so I'm actually going today, so I'll try to make this a quick video instead of the last video that was like an hour long. So, clean off my workbench here a little bit. But anyways, I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a tractor update because I went there today. I had to go get a new well, I had to get my bottle of pills refilled, so whatever the hell they call that. There's a fancy word for that, but I don't know what they call it. So, went and did that. Figured, well, I'll stop at the hardware and grab a couple of things, and I will go see what the tractor's doing. Since I haven't seen the tractor in for like frickin' ever. And this is my new shirt that I got. Another new shirt. It's a little bit comfy. It's not too bad. Of course, the sweater, you guys you've already seen the sweater. So, let's clean up my workbench here a little bit. Get rid of so much crap. We have some room here to work. Anyways, I forgot to tell you. Why is this bag here? Nothing in it. It's here for a reason. Don't remember why. So, yeah. So. Maybe we'll just do the stuff here in the bag quick before I get into the tractor. Anyways, I ordered this sticker. I thought it was kind of neat. Not sure where I'm going to put it. But I don't know if you guys can read that or not. I don't know. I don't remember what I paid for this. I ordered this on greenrun.com or whatever the hell it was. I bought some other stuff there too. I bought the sticker. So I thought that was kind of neat. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. So I've had that for a little bit. And then, you guys remember the flagpole thing that I did a while back? Well, one of the mounts, one of those white mounts, whatever, it failed. The teeth or whatever that you're supposed to, that actually holds the weight of the flag or whatever, it snapped. So I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not sure what caused it. I'm not sure if it's just because the thing was defective or if because maybe the flag's too heavy. Because the Don't Tread on My flag is a double flag. It means that there's two stitched together. And that does put some extra weight on it. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to buy another mount. And if I break that mount within a couple of weeks or whatever, because that mount wasn't up there very long. And I checked the Confederate flag mount, and that one seemed fine. So, because that flag's really light, because it's just a one flag. So, if the new mount breaks again, then it's telling me that flag's too heavy for it, and I'm going to have to get just a single one instead of a stitched together one, right? Because a single one will be a hell of a lot lighter than this. So I'm thinking that's what probably caused it. I don't know. Maybe the mount was just defective. But anyways, what I did was when you buy those mounts, the screws are really short, and I don't know if I have one in here to show you. Well, I think you threw the original one in here. Kind of a cute little bag. I don't know how they changed it for Halloween though. It's green instead of white or whatever. Yeah, here's the original screw that they come with. Right here. I went on top of my roof, or not on top of my roof, and I went and pulled this out of the mount because the mount was broken anyway. That's the original screws that come with your mount, okay? If you look at it, look at where my thumb's at. Okay, this is my thumb. Check the bottom of that screw. You see where it's black. Okay, that's telling me that only went into the shingles. It did not go in to any kind of a wooden structure underneath, like even the plywood. Plywood does have some strength to it. Shingles alone do not. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know if that's what caused my mount to break or not. I haven't even removed the mount yet. It's still up on top of the roof. So I'll probably order another mount. But I'm not going to use the factory screws. What I did, I went and got the same size, but much longer. Now these are actually, I think, a hell of a lot longer. Yeah, I think these are about 1.5 inches longer or whatever. If you can see the difference in them. That's right, they're much longer, and he says that I think they're slightly bigger, like thickness-wise, slightly, but they're much longer. So that's what I'm going to replace them with. I got, I think, 10 here, so that should be more than enough because each one holds about 4. So if you're going to buy those kind of flag mounts that I have, don't use the factory screws. Take your factory screw, okay, and go to the hardware and get much longer ones. However long you think you need. I'm going to try these. These are, like I said, I think like an inch and a half bit longer. I'm going to see if that'll give my mount some more strength. Because when it was mounted in there with the factory screws, there was some wobble to it. But to come to find out, it was only hooked into, apparently, just the shingles. The shingles and then maybe that tar shit that's underneath. So, these are no good. And I also forgot to get maybe like a bottle of glue or something, waterproof glue or whatever, to put on these screws, because so that way moisture can't get into them, but I forgot. So, yeah, get longer screws for them. Okay, however long you think, if you want them longer than this, get them longer. They have them. So yeah, I got 10 of those, I believe. Even though I don't need all that, but, you know, it's better to have some extras laying around in case you need them for something else. Never hurts to stock up on some stuff anyway. So yeah. So no more of these little factory screws. Okay. So that's for even for the Confederate flag too. I'm going to take that back down, and I'm going to take the screws out of that and put these in. Even though the Confederate flag seems to be fine, it seems to be standing up there just the way it is, but I want to make sure it's got more of an anchor point to it. And then, if you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the whole entire video of yesterday's video. The video that was 1 hour long. Okay, well, I was talking about that I got the CB kit for the house. I did, but I also had a 3-foot tripod mount that's going to go on top of the roof of my house. It's an overkill mount, but I couldn't find anything smaller. Could have gotten maybe like a 2.5 footer, but I don't know if the size difference. I mean, that's some thick tubing. Okay, well, I went and got, let's see here. That's not the original one, is it? I don't know. I don't think it was. It's hard to tell now what was original because I never used them. So, but anyways, for the mount, I got some of these leg bolts. Even though I don't think I need them because I mean all that mount's going to be holding is my 102-inch whoop antenna. Is the point I don't want to have to worry about it for a while. So these are I had some. I think these are actually slightly longer than the ones than the original ones that I have. If I can find the original one. Whatever the hell I did with it now. It should be in here too. That's the same. I'm making you guys go through all this. That's the same. I don't know if he put it in here or not. Maybe not. Well, I think he said that they have that. They had the size that I was looking for. Yeah, here. This is what I had. Now you see that there's no difference. Well, actually there is. There are, I think, about maybe half an inch longer. Whatever. But the reason why I got these over these is not because of the length. It's because that's all he had in stock. I wanted to get this size because these were more than enough. But I did not have enough. I only had like I think I only had like 2. And I don't even know how many I freaking had. I don't remember now, but I didn't have that many. I think you really only need about 3 anyway for the tripod. But I wanted to have some spares on hand, and he didn't have the smaller ones. He had the slightly bigger ones. There's no difference in thickness. They're the same. It's just that these are longer. than these. So that's why I went with these, because that's all he had. Okay. So that's for the tripod mount. Okay, I'm not gonna put this one back in the bag because we may accidentally use that one. And then I got this to install on Big Red too. I broke the other one. I got 2 other ones now. So yeah, I got that. I'm gonna probably try to put that in today. But anyways, for the tractor, I bought these things on eBay. These actually showed up really quick. Yeah, these are. You put his business card inside too. Well, this is where I bought them. I didn't buy them from his website. I bought them from his eBay page. Plowboyequipment.com. Well, he's got an eBay account. It's his eBay ID, which is Plowboy Equipment, and then his website, and then his email address. So that's where I ordered these from here. Now I'm going to show you now. I'll just keep his card in there because I don't need them. If these will fit, I hope that they'll fit because they're supposed to be for my size of tractor. Are the new hood mounts for the hood. Now you're gonna say, well, what are you gonna do? Replace every one of them? Well, it would be nice to do that because they're not. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just the point that I'm missing some of them, and it looks a little bit silly with missing some. So this is apparently supposed to be a 20 pack. I'm supposed to be 20 in them. He gave me 2 of them, so I guess that's supposed to be your 20. Why he couldn't just fit them all in one big bag, I don't know, but I guess that's how they do it. But yeah, it's got the little rubber grommets or whatever on them. So this is for the tractor. I'm gonna probably just put a couple in. I don't think I'm gonna replace them all. There's nothing wrong with them. And this will probably give the. Well, this is another thing I ordered for the tractor. There's 2 pieces of these. I'll show you this is the mounting hardware for it. If you guys can figure that out already. Okay. You guys are wondering what that is? Well, that's a spinner knob for the tractor, for the big one now. There was one guy on eBay that was selling the deluxe version of this, which is what I have on the John Deere. It's a John Deere Deluxe spinner knob, meaning it's not this hard plastic or whatever, steel. It's more of a softer plastic or rubber or whatever. But the guy on eBay wanted way too much for one. I think for the John Deere one, I paid like 15 bucks for it. They wanted like 25 for it. And I was like, you know, that was including shipping. I'm like, I ain't paying that. So I just got this standard one. Nothing fancy about her. But that's for the big boy. And that's the mounting crap for it. So yes, I am slowly buying stuff for my tractor. So I got a spinner knob, the mounting hardware. Okay, I got the hood mounts or the bolts. And that's all for the tractor. There's still a couple other things I'm going to order as well, but not right now. That's the bolts for the flags, and these are the bolts for the tripod for top of the house. Oh yeah, and then my John Deere sticker, and then this that we're going to put in right now while I explain about something else. So while I was there grabbing stuff, I went to the dealer where my tractor's at, and I just happened to catch the guy going out on his lunch break, so I think I might have pissed him off a little bit, but you know, too damn bad. I am a customer of you, and I have the right to see how my tractor's doing. So I went there to take a look, and of course it's still sitting up on the jack stands and whatever. Let's see, which one should this? I don't know which one should go in here first. So let's see which one turns on first. Okay, the back one turned on. I don't like the fact that these can't go in all the way, so they keep freaking popping out. But it still works, I guess. So, yeah, that's just the wrong way, by the way. So I went there to see what the tractor was doing. And, it's still up on the jack stands, whatever. They ordered the rim. That's still being shipped from wherever the hell they ordered it from. I don't freaking know, but probably freaking ordered it from. I got too much wire sticking out here now. Great. I got too much wire sticking out, so I may have to do this later, I guess, because I gotta play with the freaking wiring again. But I want to test to make sure that all these stupid things work. So put that in. And the light kind of quit again. That one's working. That one's not working because it keeps popping out. I bet you this thing's kind of defective, I bet. That was why it was loose. You're always going to have trouble with them. They were working fine for a while there, but now they're kind of junk. But this one should have went in a hell of a lot further than that. Whatever, it still works. So, yeah, I need to get a new one of those put in. So I did that. So yeah, what did I do with the old one? There's the old one. I'll just throw that in the burn barrel. And they've been hauling trees all day today and yesterday. That Bobcat's been hauling trees. They're taking trees down over there somewhere. A couple blocks down. So, but anyways, I went there and I took a look at the tractor and whatnot and crap. And they said that they already changed the engine oil, all the filters, fuel filters, antifreeze, because they had to drop it because they had to put the block heater in, so they replaced the block heater. They were out of the cord, I think, a little bit different too, so it's not pinched, or it's not zip tied onto the frickin' fuel lines, which were stupid to do in the first place. They actually kind of routed it more towards by the step, which I guess I can always move it myself too, but it'll do for now. Yeah, he changed that. Yeah, so engine oil, the filters, the return fuel lines, antifreeze, the glow plug, or the block heater kit, and then they ordered the rim, which they're not going to do the rim replacement because they apparently don't do rims or tires. So they're talking to the guy where I buy my gas from, because they do that. So they're talking to him, and he says that when they get the rim there, that they'll do it. So the tractor's pretty much well done, except there's a little bit of unexpected news, which I guess is not going to be a big deal. He was saying something about the injectors or something like that. He says that one of them is bad, and he says that if they can get lucky, if I remember correctly how this went now, that one of those things he can replace, it may just need a new O-ring. And he said for an O-ring it might be like, $1.50, he said. But I think he said if I need to replace the whole entire that injector or whatever the hell he was talking about, he says that'd probably be about $75 if it had to be replaced. So he says, and it also depends too if it's cracked or not. He says if it's cracked, it's going to have to be replaced. So that's why it would probably cost $75. And he says it depends too if they can take it apart without destroying it, because sometimes I guess over the years, I guess of being used so hard that I guess they get kind of weak or whatever, and when you try to take them out, they break. So then you're stuck, replacing the whole thing. So that's going to get fixed as well. That's the unexpected news. Which I guess, since he told me the price, it wasn't really a big deal. So I just told him to do whatever he could. If the whole thing needs to be replaced, and do it. But if they can just replace the O-ring or whatever, that's fine too. Apparently, it's getting too much fuel or something. I don't know. I don't really know exactly. He explained it, but I can't explain it good enough for you guys to understand it, because I don't really remember now. But it's not really a super big deal, apparently. Like, well, it should be fixed, but it's not expensive wise. So, and then my friend with the Dodge Ram, he showed up last night. He thought that the tractor was here, so he wanted to look at it. I kind of ended up chasing him around town because I seen him drive past my house, and then he went down to the farm, and I took off my four-wheeler to go get him. Well, by the time I got out here to get my four-wheeler and go down to the farm, he was already back in front of my house again. I was like, God damn it, I have to chase you all around town. So we met up here in the corner by the shop, and he was mentioning that the hydraulic filter should be changed on it. He says that those are kind of the most important things to do. So I'm getting that done as well. So they're going to change the hydraulic filter. You don't have to change the hydraulic oil. You will have to top it up, but because apparently you'll lose some of it taking that filter out. So told him just to go ahead and do that. Get her done and over with. And then I figured, well, it couldn't hurt to throw a few more fucking bucks on it, and I'm going to get one of the steering hoses replaced, because there's one that's really shot, and I don't want to have to worry about it, because if my tractor gets back in time, either probably next week sometime, because this week is too wet to be doing anything anyway. We're going to need some decent weather, drying weather now, which we're not going to freaking ever get. The guy at the Dodge Ram wants to put me on the chisel plow, or whatever, to plow that green field under. Wants to plow it under, so he figured that he'd probably put me on that while he's picking up bales or whatever, because I think he's coming next week to pick up bales. Because right now he's still picking up his, and I think he's doing government land too. He's got to pick that up too. So I think he's kind of saving ours for last. So, yeah. So basically the tractor's going to get repaired. She's going to get a little bit more love than, I guess, well, at some point I was going to change that hydraulic hose anyway. I was going to do it at some point. I just didn't know if I was going to do it now or not. I figured, well, hell, it's already there. Be done with it, you know. And then the hydraulic filter was a little bit kind of unexpected to do. Because when the guy told me that, the guy at the Dodge, he was like, well, you probably should have it done. It's like, well, I probably should. So, figured, fuck it, might as well do it. So it's going to cost me a little bit more now than what I was expecting, but I don't think it's going to be a hell of a lot. Maybe another $100, maybe another $200, whatever. $100 for parts and another $100 for probably labor. I don't know. So, yeah. So that's probably just what I'll do. And I think next summer I'm going to take the tires off the John Deere, and I'm going to get both front tires replaced. This tire has a slow leak in it, even though I patched it. All the holes are patched, except one of them has a fucking nail in it. I got a nail in the tire somewhere. I don't know where it is now, but it's been in there a while now. So that's probably where it's leaking. So this tire needs to get replaced. This tire's okay because that tire's got slime in it. But from what I hear, slime doesn't last very long. So once the slime starts to wear out, that tire will start leaking as well. So I'm thinking either probably next summer or over the winter months, maybe, I don't know. I'll replace the tires on the John Deere in the front anyway. They can't save the rubber. I don't even think I want any kind of a special patch job done to them. I'd rather just have all new tires done to it. The rear ones are good. I haven't touched them yet, so it's always usually the front tires that take the most abuse because, you know, they're the first thing to get hit. So, yeah, well, that'll probably be next summer. And this is what the deluxe version of the steering wheels look like, in case you're wondering. That's the deluxe version. That's a John Deere, but I ordered that on eBay. Well, there's another one like that for my kind of tractor. It's the same design except it doesn't say John Deere in it. So that's why I wanted to get it, but $25 is too damn much for just a piece of, you know, for a spinner knob. I only paid like $15 for that plus free shipping. It's too much. I wasn't going to pay that, so yeah. So yeah, the tractor does have all new engine oil and stuff. Like I said, they put the filters on and they even dated them. So I'll have to write that down in the book. Because I'm going to have to get a book or something to keep track of my oil changes. Even though I do kind of a piss poor job with these, I don't always write it down in the book. You know. I should, but I don't. I don't do it all the time. I did it this year, though, but last year I never did it. So. And the guy said, I think it was even Crazy JD Kid that said that if it's easy to change oil in these machines, he said it's probably just as easy in the big tractor. Yeah, changing oils is always the easy thing. It's never a big deal, really. You just got to make sure that you got the right kind of oil and the filters and shit. I think Crazy JD Kid told me what kind of oil it probably would take. He says that's what the 1086s take, so it's probably the same. I got UPS stopping at my door. Yes, I do. I don't know what I'm expecting today, but yeah. So, and I will be doing one of these days here anyway. I'll probably be doing a video on my new computer. Oh, I know what's coming today. I think my PS4 is coming today. That's right, I ordered the PS4, bitches. Yeah. So, well, that was on sale, though. Well, actually not on sale. They actually lowered the price a hell of a lot. Did you know that back when the PS4s were new, and I know you guys that are not into gaming, you're probably not going to really know what I'm talking about, but for the people that do know things about gaming, Veritech might know a little bit about gaming. I don't know if because he plays Farming Simulator, but that's probably on his PC. I think he plays that. But. So, I mean, he does have an idea what I'm talking about with gaming-wise. But for these PlayStation 4s, or PS4s for short, when they first come out, like last year they came out, they were almost $700 new. And that was like with a 500 gigabyte memory card. Now they're only like 300. Yeah, well, mine is the Black Ops edition. Black Ops 3 edition, so I still think I paid about $300 for that. Maybe $400. But it came with the Call of Duty game. Yeah, I don't like Call of Duty anymore because they're bullshit, but the single players are awesome. The online is what sucks. Online, or single player game, or campaign mode, those are always good. You know. I ordered a few other games with it too. I got Mafia 3. The Last of Us. I have that game for the PS3. I wanted to order Battlefield 1, but I didn't do that because it's on pre-order. There's another game that I wanted, but it's pre-owned. And it's in-store pickup only, and I don't know where the fuck that's at. So, because it's probably not from around here, so. But I'm also going to be getting back into the PC gaming as well. I still have to do a little bit of minor work to my computer, and I kind of may need my sister's help with this because I'm just all lost with freaking Windows 10. My computer, my new one, and my mom's new computer all run Windows 10, and that's a completely a different animal from what does my old computer run? Windows Vista, whatever the hell it is. That's an old software right there. That's from back in 2008. Or, yeah, well, no, 2009 or 2010, I don't know. It's kind of like whenever I bought this place, so I don't know. But it's old. But you know, it worked. It worked, and it's still working. So, but Windows 10 is a totally different, freaking different animal. A lot of people were putting it down at first, but I think that's because it was such a glitchy thing. But I think they worked a lot of the bugs out, because I haven't had any issues with them. Besides, it's always wanting freaking updates. It wants like every couple of days it wants a new damn update. But my sister said that should start to calm down after a while. But she said that I think her computer had Windows 10, I think, or her workplace does anyway, and they were always needing updates, and eventually it just started settling down, and it wasn't saying, "Oh, time for an update" every damn 3 days. You know, it was getting to be less and less. So, I mean, overall, I think Windows 10's okay. I haven't really ever beaten the crap out of it. But overall, I think it's so far it's decent, but we'll find out. So, yeah, I gave you guys a little bit of a tractor update and showed you what I got for the tractor, and a thing for Big Red here, and the CB mount crap, or the bolts anyway, leg bolts, and the hood mounts for the everything. The screws for the flagpole mounts. I'm gonna have to get a new mount though, because the other one's trashed. If I break this one again, I think it's that flag then. That flag might be a bit too heavy for it. I may have to. It may sound stupid, but I may have to get rid of it and get another one. Get one that's just a single flag instead of a double. You know, this one here is a double. Like I said, there's two of them sewed together. So I don't know if that's what's causing the issue or not, because you know they're kind of way up there on that pipe, you know, and it's probably putting more strain on it, because the pipe alone is fucking heavy. But the Confederate flag's not broken yet, so it's telling me that since the Confederate flag's lighter and the Don't Tread on Me flag's heavier, it must be putting some major strain on it. Then, if I still break it again, then I will have to cut the pipes. I have to probably take a few inches off the pipe and get it a little bit lower. I don't want to, because it's perfect the way it is, because it's just perfect. The flag's not touching the roof, you know. I guess if I do cut the pipe, instead of the flags being on an angle, they'll have to just be straight up then, because then the flags that'll help with them touching the roof. Because if it should touch the roof and it freezes to the roof during the winter, then the wind could rip it. So I don't want it to get ripped. I probably could just take them down for the winter, really, but I want them up there year round, so I don't know. If I keep blowing these motherfuckers out, I may have to make my own mount, I guess. I got a welder, so I can just order some scrap steel, or get some steel, and I'll just have to make my own heavy-duty mount. I mean, it won't be the prettiest thing in the goddamn world, but, you know, paint it white and no one will ever even freaking know. Because these are just, I just bought these on eBay, right? So, we'll see if they work, but yeah, so there you go. That's what I got. And, yeah, the tractor update. Tractor should, maybe it'll be here next week. I don't think it'll be here anytime this week, though, because it's, you know, they're still waiting on the rim. They did everything else, all the easy shit. You know, like I said, the oil, antifreeze, glow plug, or I keep calling it a fucking glow plug. It's not a glow plug, you dumbass. The block heater, you fucking stupid retard. Glow plugs are like what would be on the John Deere's. This John Deere doesn't have it, but if you get a diesel version, it does. You just turn the key and then the glow plugs automatically kick in. Yeah, older tractors don't have that, so. But it's got the block heater. Yeah, none of these machines have it though. No, because none of these machines have it. I mean, you can. It's kind of somewhat like on the older gas engines. You could get them, like, because on my grandma's Pontiac and the pickup, they have the block heater in it. Well, these newer ones, these newer engines are made so much different now, where they can take the cold more, and they can start easier in the cold. And plus, these are some pretty high power batteries too, right? So they're not your standard little frickin', like a 12-volt battery, like a junked one. These are some massive batteries. So, cause I've had this tractor running in the wintertime. I think a couple of years ago, I was starting it even into December. I think I was cranking it over every couple of weeks because I wanted to see if it would start okay in the wintertime. And it was grinding a little bit. Well, not grinding, it was squealing a little bit. But that's the hydraulic pump probably. So she wasn't liking it, but she would do it. And we know that Big Red does it because Big Red's been my plow machine during the winter. So once it gets down to -40, he kind of complains, but let him run for 5-10 minutes and he'll be fine. So, but yeah, so hopefully the tractor will get here soon enough to where you guys can see it. But I can't push him any harder, and I kind of told him too that, like, I wasn't telling him to hurry the hell up. I just explained it to him. Well, I might need it because I might have to put it on the chisel plow. So, I don't think there's anything else they can do besides now replace the hoses, that steering hose and that hydraulic filter. Which he says that if they order that today, they could probably get it here at the same day that the rim gets here, which I don't know when that'll be. But it could probably be maybe sometime this week. I don't know. I don't know where they order their stuff from, so. But they're doing her. They're getting her done. They got a lot, it doesn't seem like a lot, but they got a lot done, though. Because that changing that oils and shit takes a lot of time and stuff, and I'm sure the block heater was probably maybe the worst thing they had to do. So, yeah, and the guy even said too, and there's a different guy there too, he says that when they put the new oil in, they obviously had to break it in, so they let it run for about 20 minutes, and they said that's when they noticed that it was, it had that valve issue or something, whatever, the injector or whatever, I don't remember what the hell he said, but he says that was something there they had. He says that you don't have to do it, but he says you probably should do it, because it'll just get worse. I was like, well, hell, man, it's already here. He gave me the price of what it would cost to do it, so I was like, just fucking do it. Either replace the O-ring, if that's the problem, or if the whole thing needs to be replaced, and replace it then. This tractor's just needing more freaking parts every damn time I go over there and see the damn thing. I hope they don't call me a couple days from now and say, oh, we gotta do this now, because I know they're probably just trying to get all my money. But I guess that they're just pointing it out too, that like, I knew that this tractor was gonna need work. I knew that, but I didn't think really all this. But I didn't have to do the steering hose and the hydraulic filter. I could have did that on my own time, but I figured, well, I'm gonna probably be put on the chisel plow. I don't want to have to worry about the hose blowing out on me if I'm in the middle of the field. Hydraulic filter would probably be okay for a while, but at some point you probably have to change it at some point. But I just figured, well, it's already there, and he said that it'd be a lot easier now because the rim's off. They got that tire off, so they said it'd be a piece of cake to change it. It's like, well, just do it. So the tractor's getting more love now than ever before. I don't even know what the hell the last owners did with it. I don't think they even took damn good care of it at all. This fucking tractor better love me for it, because I'm putting a lot of money into it already. But whatever, it's part of owning farm equipment. All these machines get their shit too. I mean, I completely overhauled the John Deere. Was it this year or last year? I changed everything: hydraulic oil, filters, engine oil filters, fuel filter, air filter. That's it, really. I didn't change the antifreeze because the antifreeze was still fine. So, and the Big Red, basically everything too. Oh, and of course everything got greased to shit too. I greased the hell out of everything. Big Red got his gearboxes, oil was changed. They're black as hell. New oil filters. So I don't change the hydraulic oil and the gearbox oil every year, because that's kind of a pain in the butt. I do that about every other year, even though I probably should do it every year. That's probably what the book tells me. And you're probably supposed to do it every couple hundred miles or something, but I don't do it. I do it every couple of years or something. I figure, well, shit, you ain't using it that much, especially on the John Deere, you know. So, because basically all I'll do with that is I just mow my yard, right? I don't do anything else with it. So later on, maybe I'll get some more attachments for it and stuff, but right now I'm not. So I mean, even these machines do get their love. It's just that it takes a while and it costs money to do. So, but now the John Deere needs more attention. It's gonna get some new tires in the front. So at some point, I'm not gonna worry about it too much now because it's already getting late into the year, and all I'm doing now is just chopping leaves, and that's it. So once I'm done chopping leaves, I'm putting fuel stabilizer in the fucking thing, plugging my battery tender into it, and I'm calling it quits for the year. I do have a battery tender wire hooked up to this too, so it'll maintain my battery over the winter months. Because we used to take it out, but it was just a fucking pain in the ass. We always took it out and put it downstairs, but figure hell, leave it in there, plug it in with the tender, leave it. Big Red's got the same thing too. I put a battery tender cable on his too, so I can just, if I know that the battery's getting a little bit weak, I can charge it. Even though it's kind of a small charger, it'll still charge. I'll probably even check Big Red's battery pretty quick here too. I'll plug it in, it'll tell me if it's weak or not. And the same thing with the John Deere, you know, everything starts fine. So probably be doing the same with the big tractor too at some point, because those batteries are probably going to get weak over the winter months, but it ain't probably going to happen this winter. You know, wouldn't be really a big deal because the batteries are right freaking there. So it's actually a pain in the ass to get the Big Red's battery and John Deere's battery. It's even worse on the John Deere. It's not too bad on the 4-wheeler. It's okay. It's actually pretty good on the big tractor because you can just lift that little cover that's inside the cab, and then you're right there. So it's easy to get to them. Hell, I can even just use the alligator clips too. That would work. But anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. I know I made this video freaking long enough already as it is. Figured just give you guys a little bit of an update. And, yeah, so hopefully the tractor will get here at some point. And I doubt I'll be making a chisel plow video, but I'm sure some of you guys would love to see that. It says I don't have the mount for my GoPro. I would have to take it off my webcam. I don't have a suction cup mount. I got one for the webcam, or the security cam, I should say, for my window. I guess I could hijack that for a day, but I don't know if my friend's going to want a camera stuck in his face, but I don't think he minds too much, so whatever, not going to get into that. Alrighty guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff, so yeah. Thanks for watching guys, take her easy.
Mm-hmm.